I know why you're here. I know exactly what happened. You're lying awake at 3 in the morning, staring at your phone waiting for a notification that never comes. You've memorized the sound of their ringtone so deeply that sometimes you hear it in rooms filled with silence. Every car that passes sounds like theirs. Every door that opens makes your heart skip, because maybe, just maybe this time it's them. And the cruelest part? Nobody told you that missing someone could physically hurt this much, that your chest would feel hollow like something was carved out and never put back, that you'd reach for your phone 100 times a day to text them something, funny or sad or ordinary, before remembering they're not there anymore. But listen to me right now, because I need you to hear this. What I'm about to tell you isn't what you expect. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to save you. The reason they stopped calling isn't because you weren't enough. It's because they couldn't carry their own weight and yours at the same time. They were drowning, and instead of asking for help, they let go of your hand. You want the truth? Here it is. They're thinking about you too. Right now, in some quiet moment, they're remembering the way you laughed at their jokes, the way you knew exactly how they took their coffee, the way you made the ordinary feel like magic. They're scrolling through old photos at 2 in the morning, wondering if they made the biggest mistake of their life. But here's what's breaking my heart about your situation. You're sitting there hoping they'll realize what they lost, while your own life is slipping through your fingers like sand. You're putting your dreams on pause. You're half present in every conversation, because part of you is always waiting for them to come back. You're becoming a ghost in your own story. And the most beautiful, terrifying truth is this. They might come back. Actually, they probably will. People almost always come back when they see the space they left behind has been filled with something stronger than their memory. But sweetheart, if you're the same broken person you were when they left, what's going to be different this time? Let me paint you a picture of what's really happening right now. Somewhere out there, they're learning to live without you. They're figuring out who they are when you're not there to reflect back their best self. They're making mistakes. They're lonely. They're pretending they're fine. But here's the part. That's going to change everything for you. While they're out there figuring out their mess, you have a choice. You can either become a smaller, sadder version of yourself waiting by the phone like a lighthouse keeper, searching for a ship that might never return. Or you can do something so radical, so unexpected, that it rewrites the entire story. You can fall in love with yourself the way you fell in love with them. Deeply, completely, unconditionally. You can pour all that tenderness you've been saving for their return back into your own heart. And I'm not talking about the self-care Instagram tells you about. I'm talking about the kind of self-love that's fierce and protective. The kind that says, I will not abandon myself the way you abandoned me. Stop scrolling for just a second. Hit that like button if you feel this in your bones, because I need to know you're ready for what comes next. Subscribe right now, because this series is going to walk you through every stage of this transformation, and you're going to need all 8 parts to complete the journey. This isn't just another motivation video. This is me holding your hand through the hardest thing you've ever done. Now here's what I need you to understand. The version of you that's hurting right now, the one that jumps every time the phone buzzes, that version is not weak. That version is full of love and hope, and that's beautiful. But that version is also keeping you trapped in a story that's already ended. And the most painful truth I can offer you is this. As long as you're waiting for them to come back and make you whole again, you're telling yourself a lie. The lie is that your happiness lives in someone else's hands. The truth is that you were whole before them. You'll be whole after them. And the person you're about to become will be so radiant, so unshakable, that their absence will feel like a gift. Do you remember who you were before you met them? Close your eyes and really remember. There was a version of you that laughed without permission, that dreamed without limits, that loved yourself without conditions. That person is still in there waiting for you to come home. And coming home doesn't mean forgetting them. It doesn't mean pretending they didn't matter. It means understanding that loving them was never supposed to cost you yourself. Real love doesn't ask you to shrink. Real love doesn't disappear without explanation. Real love doesn't leave you wondering if you're worth coming back to. And maybe they weren't capable of real love right now. Maybe they're still learning. Maybe they're still breaking. Maybe they're still running from parts of themselves they can't face. But you get to decide right now that you're done breaking. You get to decide that every morning when you wake up, you're going to choose yourself with the same intensity you chose them. You're going to build a life so full, so rich, so overflowing with purpose that their absence becomes just one small chapter in a much bigger story. And then one day, it's going to happen. You're going to be in the middle of something beautiful. Maybe you're laughing with new friends. Maybe you're crushing a goal you forgot you had. Maybe you're just sitting in the sun feeling peace for the first time in months. And your phone is going to light up with their name. And here's the moment everything has been building toward. You're going to feel something unexpected. Not excitement, not anger, not even sadness. You're going to feel calm, because somewhere between the crying and the healing, you became someone who doesn't need them to come back. You became someone who hopes they're okay, who wishes them well, but who knows with absolute certainty that your happiness doesn't depend on their return. And maybe you'll respond, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll give them a chance to explain. Maybe you'll realize that some doors are meant to stay closed. But the difference is this time, you're not responding from a place of desperation. You're responding from a place of power. You're whole, you're healed, you're home. Here's what nobody tells you about healing. It's not linear. Some days you're going to feel invincible. Some days you're going to cry in the shower and wonder if you'll ever stop hurting. Some days you're going to see something that reminds you of them, and it's going to knock the wind out of you all over again. And that's okay. Healing isn't about never thinking of them again. It's about thinking of them without your hands shaking. It's about remembering the good without being haunted by the ghost of what could have been. It's about releasing them with love instead of bitterness. Because bitterness is just love that got tired of waiting. And you're too precious to carry that weight anymore. Every day you wake up and choose yourself is a day you're writing a new ending. Every time you resist the urge to text them, you're building strength you didn't know you had. Every moment you invest in your own growth is a moment you're becoming the person they'll regret losing. Not because revenge is the goal, but because becoming your best self is always the answer. So here we are at the end of this journey and the beginning of yours. This person who stopped calling. They took something from you. They took your peace, your trust, your certainty about what love should feel like. But here's what they couldn't take. They couldn't take your capacity to love again. They couldn't take your resilience. They couldn't take your future. All of that is still yours. All of that is still waiting for you on the other side of this pain. And 6 months from now, when you look back at this moment, you're going to be so grateful. Grateful that they left because their leaving made space for someone better. Or maybe grateful that they came back, but you were strong enough to see them clearly. Or maybe most beautiful of all, grateful that you discovered you didn't need anyone to complete you because you learned to complete yourself. So get up, wash your face, open the curtains, let the light in. Stop checking your phone. Stop replaying the past. Stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to be happy. Your life is happening right now. Not when they come back. Not when you're healed. Not when everything makes sense. Right now. And it's time to stop being a guest in your own story and start being the author. Write it beautiful. Write it brave. Write it without them.